Ah, yeah. Who doesn't know this riff? Yeah, Guns N' Roses. And they're back. Well, they've never left, but here we go. What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today I'm checking out Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine. Now, I've heard this song at some capacity. Even that riff, I'm just like, oh, this is classic. But I haven't seen this music video, so I wanted to check out the music video right here and also kind of dive into what the song's about. I know the hook. He says, "Sweet child of mine." And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if it's from the perspective of someone with a child, if it's actually his child. I don't know. I actually kind of forget. I kind of biffed it. Let me think. That's I can't think of any of the words. Sweet child of mine. Something. Okay. This is why I'm going to check it out right now. So if you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it poppin'. 40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, y'all, let me get the logo down, pull the video up. Don't forget, support the original content out there. I just started a new channel, Pegasus vs. the World, where I take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and travel. Love to see you guys over there. Again, that's commentary on this channel. We do the music reactions, and I release my music. So, for anyone who wants access to these reactions early, we have a membership. There's a link in the description, and there's no obligation, but if you wanted access to the reactions early, we got like a back catalog in there and all that stuff. So, Bombaye, Guns N' Roses. Now, the Guns N' Roses stuff I've done on my channel, I think I've done, a song that I've heard before, songs that I haven't heard before, and they're the real deal. You guys don't need me to, you don't need me to tell you Guns N' Roses are the real deal, but I just like to put it out there, because I'm like, what's really going on here, man? Damn, these MFers are really going crazy. So today I'm checking out Sweet Child of Mine. I've never seen this music video. I've heard this song at some capacity, but I'm really struggling right now to know what the lyrics, like what are the lyrics, maybe it's just a song about your kid and, I love my kids, man. I don't know, but we're about to get into it. If you're here for it, let's get this one rolling. This intro, though, it's just like, sounds like you're about to run out to like a stadium, right? Like you're playing a sport. Crazy. I originally thought the song started right there, like he starts singing. But obviously we got to build up. Yeah. Yo. Okay. All right. Before we get into this, what looks like a guitar solo from Slash, I am trying to, like, you know, normally I'm on here, I'll probably making crazy faces or whatever, but I'm so engaged in trying to make sense of the lyrics or what this is about. I actually might need help with this one. What I'm gauging from the lyrics is, and I could be wrong, because the "Oh Sweet Child of Mine" is throwing me off now, because then he says "love of mine." This is what I'm getting from the lyrics. He's connecting childhood memories, maybe to his mom, or like, I don't know, childhood memories to this figure that fast forward, like this person, it seems like someone, his significant other, right, is like the hair could hide, like he from his childhood, these memories are popping up with this person he's with in present day. And then he's saying, "Oh, sweet child of mine," which, you know, kind of goes back to the childhood memories which are at the beginning of his verses. And then he's like, "Sweet love of mine," which might go to the current state of his, let's say, relationship status or dating. Is kind of interesting. Because, like, I was thrown off because I just thought, you know, then he's talking about blue eyes. And I started thinking of my children, like my daughters. And I was just like, you know, I was like, this is absolutely going in the playlist. But then I'm just like, yeah, as he's saying, I'm like a little confused because I don't think it's about his kids or his kid. I think it's about his childhood and that connection, how someone he's with present day makes him feel or remember those good things from his childhood, right? I could be incorrect there. But that's what I'm gauging from this, which is kind of wild. Like the whole hook is just so fun. I've heard this before, you know? So like really actually in here listening to the lyrics, it's just kind of funny in hindsight. But let's go. Wild. This is kind of a wild guitar solo, actually. For how big of a hit this is, that's actually insane.
Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, where do we go now? Where do we go? Sweet child, where do we go now? Where do we go now?
First and foremost, I mean, honestly, how can you go wrong with Guns N' Roses, right? So when I hear a song like this, I think I'm just captivated in like, yo, I'm actually going to look up what this song is about. Like, I wonder if I got it right or if I'm just totally off, because it's just not laid out for me like that with that joint. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's just flying over my head or something. But I thought that was interesting. I said something during there. I was like, this guitar solo is actually crazy. And then I was like, considering how big of a hit this was, this is insane. And I want to preface that because I think people people will be like really quick in the comments, be like, nah, there's guitar solos in a bunch of big hits. But I wasn't exposed to that. So the radio stations and stuff I was exposed to, what I think was going on is there's like shorter versions of songs and they were playing them without, like also in rap and rhythm and blues, or what am I saying, R&B, like I feel like the sounds are kind of dumbed down to make hits, right? To make these bubblegum pop records that really just go crazy all over the world. And I think not really being exposed to guitars in the sense of like, I just didn't have like a deep appreciation for like a guitar solo or these things going on. And I think now that I listen to things like this, I'm like, wow, this he's going crazy, and actually appreciating the music, the musicality in it. And so again, when I say that, I just want to preface it because I'm not saying this exact version wasn't on the radio. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention when that part was playing, because I definitely heard songs like this on the radio. But I think it's kind of cool. I have another, respect for these genres, because I think in rap, corporations took over so much, people got scared to experiment. And I think someone like Kanye West, let's take the politics out of it, but someone like Kanye West, who is more experimental, makes it fun. And I appreciate that more nowadays. And I just feel like with top 40 stations, rhythmic stations, etc., you're not getting this, right? And because that's what I, grew up listening to more of, getting this exposure is it's crazy to me. So that when I say stuff like that, take it with a grain of salt, because again, it's not coming from someone where I'm not acting like I'm an expert. So I just wanted to say that, because I could already see people in the comments like, bro, they play guitar solos all the time on the radio. And I just wouldn't know. Okay. So, other than that, man, I love it. Oh, yo, hold on. Some of y'all probably tapped out by now, but it's all good. What is Guns N' Roses' song Sweet Child O' Mine about? Let's see if something just pops up real quick. Meaning behind the spontaneous Guns N' Roses hit. The song was based around his romantic partner, his girlfriend Erin Everly, the daughter of Don Everly. So this is interesting. I don't know if this is legit. I got this from American Songwriter website. It looks like americansongwriter.com. Let's see what we can find here. The meaning behind the Guns N' Roses hit Sweet Child of Mine. With an unmistakable guitar riff opening and more than 1 billion streams on YouTube alone, it's safe to say that Guns N' Roses' song Sweet Child of Mine is an enduring classic with only a few notes from the opening guitar. But the origin and according to the band, their biggest hit, Sweet Child, began in a jam session. There's a lot of stuff I've been reacting to lately that are huge hits that started as a jam session for these bands. But that would have been thrown away. The lyrics. While the band jammed downstairs, singing frontman Axl Rose heard them upstairs in his room and began to write some lyrics. He completed the song next day. The song was based around his romantic partner, his girlfriend, Erin Everly, the daughter of Don Everly from the Everly Brothers. Rose said the idea was also inspired by the heartfelt Southern rock band Lynyrd Skynyrd. The band completed the song soon after, adding a bridge and a solo in the middle of the track. She's got a smile that, it seems to me, reminds me of my childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky now. And then when I see her, okay, so those are the lyrics. where do we appearing the band's debut? Prior to the Appetite band record. Okay, so there's a lot about the song. So essentially, I was pretty on point with the way I diagnosed those lyrics. It sounds like. So that's what it said. So, okay, cool. I dig it. I just, calling your significant other child is weird to me, right? So that's why I was like kind of thrown off a little bit. But reading that and then also listening to the lyrics, I think it makes more sense now. So Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine. Let me know what I got, what I missed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.